all of those guys are here.
Oh, yes, they're all here.
And so now you can actually, and they're in the same area.
Yes.
Right across the aisle from each other, next to each other. And so you can listen to this guy. You can pick up that part, touch it, feel it, and hear their story. And then you can walk to the next booth and see the competitor.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can walk across the aisle, and here's another brand. And you can see, am I using the best product out there?
Right.
Is this the best quality?
Right.
Hey,
well, and if you've been in the industry any time, for a long period of time, you're going to know, because you either get comebacks or you never see them again for a while until something else breaks. So you're gonna get the feel of it. Now, for me, I've been doing it a long time, just like you, and you understand how you want your customer's product, end result to be. And for me, I don't want to see my customers. If I can, I mean, I do, but so if you drive a certain vehicle, like make, year, and model, I'll tell you later, and it makes me a lot of money. But
yeah,
right.
And we have customers that ask us which cars should we go buy, and I said, well, I'll tell you which ones that you shouldn't go buy.
Right.
And why? And that's because then you pay me more money.
Right.
And then when you say you don't want to see the customer again, we have ones that come in and we take care of them, and then and they're just happy and thrilled and know their vehicle was fixed properly, and they go, okay, I really like you, but I hope I don't see you again for a while.
Right, and that's exactly what I mean. Your car should last you a long time. Hopefully we don't see you again, not because we don't want to. It's just that we want to make sure that when you leave here, that product is going to hold up for you.
And also along that line too is with the new vehicles and stuff, there's different maintenance schedules now.
Yes.
Where the cars, and you say you want the car to last a long time. These cars cost as much as a house used to.
Oh my Lord, it's like a house payment anymore.
And so if you can tell the customer, okay, you used to be 100,000 miles, the vehicles were getting worn.
Right.
And now these vehicles will go 200,000 miles.
Oh.
They'll go 300,000.
I tell you.
If you do
the proper maintenance. And that's
regular maintenance.
It's kind of like on a human, right? You do your preventive maintenance and you'll live longer, hopefully. Same with the cars. Because then too, when it's coming in on its intervals, the mechanic, if you have a really good mechanic, they're going to be able to tell when you have something that's starting to fail.
Before you get a breakdown.
Before you get a breakdown. And that it's cheaper then than if you wait till it breaks down and then it has to be towed in, and then it's cost you more because it could have failed something else along the way too.
And that's interesting, because I was meeting with a tool company yesterday, and they were talking, hey, this is a way to test the systems and find out what's wrong. And then when I was sitting there looking at this new product that came out, I said, okay, you can actually do preventive maintenance with this. And he kind of went, okay. And I said, okay, so this one has a pattern of this particular part failing. So when we have one of those vehicles in doing an oil change, we should just go ahead and plug this in and test this part. And I said, because it'll put pressure in the system, and we could actually catch a
failure
part that's going to
premature.
before.
Yeah.
And then the customer doesn't have a breakdown, because on this particular part on turbos, when it goes, you kind of stop.
Oh.
And so that's another thing that we learn out here.
Yeah, that's expensive when a turbo goes.
Yeah. Or any part in the system.
Right.
And this particular one has one of the hoses that fails.
Oh, okay.
And it's a plastic hose, and it's like, okay, if this thing will put pressure on it, we could just hook it up while we're checking the air filter.
Right.
And test the system.
Right. And over the years they've gotten lighter, so the products had to get lighter,
and so it changes how we do when they come in and say, turn my rotors. And you're like, yes, I'll turn them from this box onto your car.
They're so inexpensive now. But, speaking of rotors, you got to make sure you get a good quality. When it comes to brakes, that's not something you want to buy cheap, because you will be seeing this again really soon, or you could have a premature failure on a brake component. So using good quality brakes are something that I use good quality parts are, and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah,
we're talking people's
and see,
lives.
everybody knows I use the Wagners. I
Yep.
really do use the Wagner
Yep.
OEX.
Me too.
Just a little free
I
plug.
do not like the off the line stuff.
A little free plug for y'all out there. But anyways, Teresa, it was so wonderful that we met up. We've been trying to get together all week.
I know.
And,
well, we've been both walking our 15 miles.
It's just so huge out here.
I'm surprised that we've run into people that we know. We've actually seen them along our travels because it's massive. I mean, it's just mind blowing.
But thank you for taking the time out. And as always, folks, we appreciate you watching.
Happy motoring.